Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your ever host, Shorty, and we are going to be looking at The Sixth Finger today. This is the concurrent continuation, the other story from the Ram V's The One Hand that I reviewed last week and waxed lyrical about how much I look, because let's face it, it's Ram V. And that does bring me to my first issue with this one. It's very hard to review this one without comparing it to Ram V, because literally he's writing the other half of this story. But being said, as much as I do rave about Ram V, I absolutely love him, think he's one of the best writers of generation. I can't really criticise Dan Waters that much. He did The Homesick Pilots and The Seasons Have Teeth, both of which have made it onto my best of year lists. He is a fantastic writer, and he brings something to this. And he brings something fantastic, because the first one is the neo-noir detective in a futuristic city trying to find out what's happened with his seemingly unsolvable, but has been solved and is now happening again, murder. On the other half, we've got this, which, and I can't stress enough now, there's bound to be some spoilers, and if you want to read this one unhampered by me telling you what happens, turn this off now. These spoilers are not really big secrets, and they come out fairly early in it, but I just want to make sure everyone's on the same page. This one's point of view of the murderer. And as such, a completely different POV, we have a different artist as well. For this one, we have Sumit Kumar, who does a fantastic job. Slightly softer lines, but still absolutely beautiful. Fantastic cityscapes, really, really good character study throughout. Fantastic bits of non-verbal communication in terms of how people act and interact with the world. All the stuff I look for. And by the way, the city sequences are, you don't see many of them. It's far more of a personal story. Like a lot of crime fiction has like the setting to be like a background character. This one is certainly there, but it is very much a background character. That being said, we do get some really, really nice bits of world building that are dribbled in throughout, and I love them for doing that. But we do have a much softer look to this one, specifically when it starts. What we have is a very homoerotic opening sequence. The fact that it then leads into a brutal murder sequence is a fantastic juxtaposition. I've really, really enjoyed that one. But it kind of sets it quite nicely that what we see and what we experience and what we understand them to be are not quite what we expect. I mean, the first Ram V bit set up quite nicely. This one is the payoff for it, 100%. And it is brilliant in how it does it. You can talk about an awful lot of them, but we're going to go for the lighting is one of the first ones, because in the first bit we have the very neon-drenched city streets. We have the dark shadows, the black shadows, razor sharp, cutting through in the blinds. Is it Venetian blinds? Is that the word I'm looking for? Cutting through into office spaces. In this one, yes, we do have that, but it's a little bit more soft and subtle. Like this fantastic moment when he goes into his room, and yes, you can see the blinds cutting through the light, bathing the room in shadow. But we also get like moments of just domestic life. He's got a bike in his apartment, but the bike's got a lot of clothes hanging off it because it's clearly not being used for a while. It's this wonderful moment of capturing time as he throws his bag onto the bed, and you see the bag still in the air, clearly in motion, but we've got a snapshot of the time for it. When we get some like really disturbing moments later on, some fantastic, almost inhuman art pieces, they look luscious and beautiful. It doesn't have that harshness to it, is basically what I'm trying to get across there. In terms of the writing, yes, we are doing it from the murderer's point of view, and I know some of you are probably sat at home right now, or wherever you are, thinking, but Shorty, this is a murder mystery. Why would we care about figuring out it now? Because we've been told, this is the guy who did it. We know he is, we've seen it happen. Well, I'll counter that with the fact that there's a long history of crime fiction where we already know who it is, but it's still a fantastic story. More recently, go and watch Poker Face if you've got access to it. It's a fantastic TV show, and every single episode starts with us knowing what happened and what the crime was, and then we get the fun of watching the discovery process. In this, we've actually got two facets of that one, because of how the story's been arranged, fantastically splitting the POV in half, so we get two different viewpoints for it. We actually get to see not only somebody figuring out who did the murders, because that guy doesn't know, but we also get the guy who's done the murders figuring stuff out as well, because he doesn't know he's done them. He has a blackout and only suddenly remembers when he's retracing his steps that he did these things. I was going to say he's not horrified by them. I think that might be a bit of an odd read. I think he is horrified by them, but he's fascinated as well. He wants to know what happened. He wants to know not only why he did them, like motivation or anything like that, but he also wants to know why he was chosen to do them, because he doesn't remember doing them. He feels like something else was there. And he wants to know why he doesn't remember doing them. All of these are, well, worth exploring as mysteries. And the fact that it's Dan Waters writing it, man, you're in for a treat. His characterization through dialogue is brilliant. There's a fantastic bit with a breakup at an art gallery, which, by the way, is some of the most captivating writing I've read in some time. Genuinely worth checking out. If you have picked up The One Hand, please make sure you go and get The Sixth Finger. They are both absolutely worthy of your time. That's it from me for now, though. I'll be back later on in the week with more reviews. Until then, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.